what we're gonna do is we're gonna ask all the family members that are here that lost a loved one. We're gonna go around, and what I want you to do is let everybody here know who your loved one was. I don't want them to be forgotten. We need to let everybody know. So you're not in order. So what I'm gonna do is, as I recognize you, I'll come to you first. If I don't recognize you and you lost a loved one, or if you didn't lose a loved one, but it's somebody they may be in a wheelchair or they was affected, and you're here for them, can you please loudly say their name? Are you here to represent a loved one?
Janice Clark.
Okay, we're here to represent this parent right here is here for Janice Clark from Stapleton. All right. Anyone else? We want to remember Janice Clark. I have another person here.
Earl Carter from Stapleton.
Earl Carter from Stapleton.
Earl Carter from Stapleton. Let's remember him. Please keep your hands up. I know there's people here. Say the name.
Robert Taylor, my grandfather.
Robert Taylor, young man's grandfather. Let's let him not be forgotten. Guns got to get off the street. That's 3 people already. Anybody else? Who am I missing?
Behind you.
Right here, Marquette.
Excuse me, baby. You got to let me work because I'm going to fall over you now. Hold on one second.
How you doing? I'm all right, baby. All right.
Who
How you doing? Antonio Watkins from Stapleton.
Antonio Watkins. Some know him as I from Stapleton. Let's remember him. Another one. Victim. Killed by gun violence. Another one.
Anthony Illich.
Anthony Illich. Another one. Killed by gun violence. That's about 5. Well, I want you people to get the point and see how this is out of control. Say your family members' names. As we all know, Sandy Brock out of New Brighton, Curtis High School. Sandy Brock, before I go on, was shot and killed right here at this gas station. Right here. Ronald Thompson from McKee High School, shot and killed. Somebody else over here. If you remember someone, don't be quiet, people. Let's show everybody here how many people are affected. I know. I have another one that wants to say they're here. You can say the same name. We have another person here, but Sandy Brock's aunt. All right.
Sandy Brock's grandfather.
Another one. Let's remember Sandy Brock, his grandfather, grandmother.
Michael Neal.
I have relatives that's here for Sandy Brock.
Michael Neal.
Mike O'Neill from Brooklyn, New York. Mike O'Neill. Let's remember him. Another one. Shot and killed. Another Sandy Brock. First cousin.
Jump back.
Sandy Brock. Another Sandy Brock, uncle. These are all family members. Sandy Brock, big family.
People over there.
Am I missing anybody? Raise your hand. We got somebody here from the Gia Smith from out of Curtis High School.
All right, right behind you, Rich Thomas.
We want to remember Keith DeGroat from out of Stapleton.
Young lady right here.
We want to remember William Rios from Wagner High School. Another one, shot and killed, 2008.
All right, Eddie.
Anthony Otto Watkins. Anthony Ott Watkins. Eddie Watkins would like to remember his nephew. Another one, shot and killed. Am I missing somebody? Who are you here to remember? Who you want to remember?
Gregory Van.
We have a family member here to remember Gregory Van. Another one, died by gun violence. Another one, shot and killed, gun violence. Another one. Anybody else? You want to remember a loved one? Another one to remember, Najee Smith and Dave Smith, killed by violence. Who am I missing? Who are you here to remember? Another one here to remember, Grant Fleming, killed by violence. Another one, Kamik Sears, killed by violence. Anybody else that I'm missing? If you're here and you want to represent your loved one, make their name be heard. Henry Hutchins, killed by violence. Henry Hutchins.
Jump man right here.
No, Kamik Sears, killed by violence. Who you want to remember? She wants to remember Kyrie Henderson, killed by violence. Who you here for? Who you want to remember? Lisa Real, killed by violence.
Kyrie.
Another one for Kyrie. Anybody else want to remember somebody? Kevin Perry. Kevin Perry. Another one would like to remember Najee Smith from New Brighton. Anybody else here, you want to remember your loved one? Let's let their name. They didn't die in vain.
Marquette.
Yes.
Quinny Banks.
Who's that?
Killed by violence. Quinny Banks.
Quinny? Quinny Esther Banks, killed by violence. Anybody else want to say someone's name? Remember your loved one. I like to say a name. I got an email sent to me. Listen up. I got an email sent to me. The woman said this to me in the email. You listening, folks? This is what the widow said. And if you're talking, you're being disrespectful and you're being rude. If you are talking, you're being disrespectful and rude. Please keep. The only ones that should be talking is kids, and I think we can keep them quiet too. But I understand if we can't. I got an email from a widow, and what it read was, I know you're doing vigil against violence at the gas station that my husband, John Garnett, was killed at. It brings me too much pain to revisit the site. I would love to be there with you, but I can't bring myself to come. Would you please let everybody here know my husband's name? He was shot and killed 38 years ago right at this gas station. Another one that was killed here, Abdul Muhammad, shot and killed at this gas station. Anybody else here to remember somebody? You want their name said? Do this for them. They can't speak for themselves. Am I missing anybody? McDaniel Gerald. How did he? Killed by violence. Another one.
Oh, back there.
Who you want to remember? Deshaun Geralds. Antoine and Stephen killed on the same day. These are two victims.
In the back there, Marquette. Brother Elliott.
Some woman wants to remember John Chase, another one shot down by violence. Anybody else you want to remember a friend? Aaron Lewis. Aaron Lewis. Anybody else here?
Boyce Kelly.
Boyce Kelly, another one killed. Now, anybody here paying attention to what number we're at? I said more than 20, more than 30, easy. Elijah Daniels, another one, another victim.
Timothy Brown.
Oh my goodness, Timothy Brown. Timothy Brown. Brownie, Timothy Brownie. Maria Perez from Manus Harbor. A loved one is here to remember her. Thank you. Come on, let's remember our loved one.
Anthony Ilridge.
Anthony Ilridge, another one killed.
Ilridge.
Illich, Anthony Illich, excuse me, Anthony Illich. Anyone else? Damian Henderson. Another victim. A lot of victims, y'all. If there's anybody else that didn't say, somebody you want to remember, please do it.
We have mentioned the name of my brother Kevin Perry, killed on Jersey Street. Our brother, my cousin, Anthony Watkins, we mentioned his name.
Kevin Perry, killed by violence. Another one.
Mark we mentioned, but he's family member and older friends.
Okay. Anybody else that didn't say the name, because you know what? You're going to walk away from here and it's going to bother your conscience.
Yes, sir.
Jamal Harrell.
Jamal Harrell?
Also known as Bay.
Oh man, Jamal Harrell. We know him as Bay from New Brighton. A lot of people may have forgotten about him. Grant Fleming, another victim. I'm gonna say a few names: Biggie Smalls, Tupac,
Marvin Gaye.
John F. Kennedy, Marvin Gaye, Malcolm X, Dr. Martin Luther King,
Huey Newton.
Hilary Newton, Jam Master Jay, Alfonso Briggs. Just say the names, guys. Just say them. Don't wait for me to ask you. Just keep going. Okay. All right.